You feel that quiet buzz under your skin, that itch in your chest when a date on the calendar starts to feel holy. June 26th, 2025. We're almost there, and Kojima's next mind-bending vision is about to break free. Again, Death Stranding 2 isn't just a sequel. It's a reunion, a return to a strange, broken world that somehow healed us during one of the strangest periods in our real lives. And if you're watching this, you're probably like me, someone who remembers that first time you booted up Death Stranding and had absolutely no idea what the hell was going on. But you couldn't look away, could you? This is not just a hype video. This is a celebration, a countdown, a love letter to the weird, the wild, and the wonderful, to the Strand. So sit back, because we're about to unpack the magic, the madness, and the mystery behind Death Stranding 2, and why this game might just shake the very ground we walk on. Cut to high-energy montage of Death Stranding 1 scenes. Music swells. Let's go back to the beginning. Not the chronological start, but the emotional one. Death Stranding launched in 2019. The world felt disconnected. And somehow, this walking simulator, where you lugged boxes across mountains and rivers, became the most profound metaphor for modern life. We played as Sam Bridges, a porter, a wanderer, a reluctant hero. But more importantly, we played as someone trying to reconnect a broken world. We used ladders to cross impossible terrain. We built roads, zip lines, safe houses, not just for ourselves, but for others we'd never meet. And in that shared silence, we connected. No explosions, no traditional gunfights, just footsteps, rain, ghosts, and purpose. And now, 5 years later, Kojima's back, with Fragile, with BB, with that haunting trailer, and with promises of a story that will stretch our minds even further than before. So what do we know about Death Stranding 2? Very little, which is exactly how Kojima wants it. The trailers we've seen are riddled with cryptic imagery. Fragile is seen holding what appears to be a doll, a new BB unit, possibly. There's an underground facility, a desolate landscape that looks familiar, yet somehow worse. Sam is older, tired, but still moving forward. There's also this puppet, a bizarre talking companion that seems to represent Kojima's playful insanity. Is it real? Is it AI? Is it symbolic? Nobody knows. But Reddit's already trying to translate the blinking patterns in its eyes. Yep, we're back in Kojima territory. And the music. My God, the music. Low Roar may be gone, but their spirit lives on. The DS2 trailer's soundtrack already hits like a wave of memory and melancholy. Whoever's scoring this game knows exactly what strings to pull. So here's the million-dollar question. What is Death Stranding 2 really about? Well, if the first was about reconnecting society, the sequel seems to be about what comes after. Rebuilding, resisting, or maybe even redefining what it means to be human in a world that's already moved on. The title, Death Stranding 2, on the beach, hints at the liminal space between life and death. The beach was already a central concept in DS1, a place of crossing over. Now, it looks like we'll be spending more time there. Maybe too much time. But let's be honest, it's not just about lore or theories or hype. It's about feeling something again. Because Death Stranding wasn't perfect. The pacing was slow. The plot was dense. Some called it pretentious. But even those who didn't like it couldn't forget it. That's the mark of something special. Kojima made a game that made you think about walking, about silence, about helping strangers, about holding your breath, both in the game and in real life. And now, in DS2, that same visionary is taking us deeper. Expect the unexpected. Expect a slow burn. Expect to be confused, frustrated, moved. And that's the fun of it. Let me tell you something personal. I played Death Stranding during a rough patch in my life. I didn't expect much. I thought I'd drop it after a few hours. But something clicked. The solitude, the music, the simple act of delivering a package through a thunderstorm became therapy. I wasn't just building bridges in the game. I was rebuilding parts of myself. And if that sounds dramatic, good. That's Kojima for you. He doesn't just make games. He crafts experiences that linger long after the credits roll. Now here we are, counting down the days. Death Stranding 2 will be divisive. Some will hate it. Some will worship it, but nobody will ignore it. This is art disguised as a video game. This is storytelling wrapped in sci-fi, delivered through a hologram in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. And the best part? It's almost here. So if you're hyped, if you got your rope and your ladder ready, drop a like on this video. Tell me in the comments what you think DS2 is going to explore. Is BB still with Sam? Is Fragile the new protagonist? Is Higgs coming back? And what the hell is that puppet? Let's talk. Let's theorize. Let's reconnect. One last time, before Kojima breaks the internet. June 26th, 2025. We carry tomorrow. Together. Subscribe if you want full coverage on Death Stranding 2, breakdowns, secrets, and maybe some wild theories. I'll see you on the beach.